My car needs an oil change again. Whenever I uploaded my last oil change video, it was 9 months ago from this recording. But it's also been, let's see, 5,191 miles. For the past 191 miles, I kept on topping it off because I didn't exactly want to do an oil change. I wanted to swap over to the 2ZZ, but not only do I need brake-in oil for that, I also am not swapping yet. While we're down here, let's pop the hood. Don't worry about that gum wrapper right there. I still gotta throw that away. You know, I can't remember if I had my tripod last time I did this. Because I know at one point I didn't have my tripod and then I found it and then I started using it. So I probably didn't. Very first thing I'm gonna do is just like loosen this a little bit. You know what? Might as well check the oil level while I'm here, see how much I burnt. Giving you all a closer look here. This thing sorta burns a noticeable amount after like 3,000 RPMs. Currently it says 100% on the dipstick. Oil is kind of dirty there. Put it back in there for a fresher reading. This hill is like a very small downward incline, but still as level as possible. So I am alright with this. Roughly at 100% or more. So I'm just gonna change it. It's not often I come over here to grab these bricks, so I was very confused as to why I couldn't see them. They're underneath the nature, so just follow me. My attempt at this is going to be a little silly. Not exactly a little silly, but I'm not using jack stands, so I'd rather just chalk off one of the wheels. Because I'm going to be using the hydraulic jack to lift it up the car via the subframe. Not the subframe, there's a point down here. I forget the name of it. The cross member. Usually, as in like the last time I did this, I just lift up one side of the car to get to the oil drain plug, because that's usually all I need, but I want to try this option today. I want to make sure I line this up correctly, as in like not gonna shoot myself in any direction once I'm not lifting it up much, but just like enough, you know? Right there. It's the lowest point on the cross member. I have the parking brake on, and I have this one wheel chalked up with the brick, so should be fine. Also, this right here, this cross member, is the exact reason why I bought this specific tool. It's nice. Also, at this point, I should advise, if you're going to do something like this, use jack stands. I'm choosing not to, mainly because I'm not exactly going underneath my car all the way to. But still, it would be a very good safety measure to be smart and use jack stands if you're going to do something like this. Don't do what I do. Alright, I just needed to lift it up enough to get the oil drain. This thing. What the frick is this thing called again? Just the oil drain pan? I just needed to fit this under here. And make sure this little breather port is open. I keep on forgetting to do that. Don't ask. Underneath. And then we grab our 14. And in my nature, I know darn well I don't over tighten these. I tighten them just enough to where I could loosen it with this. Looks nice down here, by the way. Wow. I don't come down here too often to look at this, but I've been wanting to, because I think my power steering pump is a 2ZZ power steering pump. I think it is. And the only reason I think this is a 2ZZ pump is because my belt is actually a GTS belt. The GT wouldn't fit on this. Which, the only difference are like two pulleys. I think it's the water pump pulley and the power steering pump pulley, but that's about it. Well, there are probably other differences, but you get my point. This thing, I'm just gonna give myself some space real quick. Nice and loose, just like that. Cause I really just don't over tighten these at all. I can't go underneath my car, but that doesn't mean my phone can't. I'm gonna just try not to spill oil on my hand, but it's probably destined to happen. Oh wow, no oil on my hand from that. That's crazy. Bolt right there. Yep, and there. I think you can see it draining. Can the camera see it? I don't know. And then I also do have to take off the filter as well. I like getting this angle at my car. Just seeing the underneath of it. It's nice. 2ZZ swap makes me excited, but also scared at the same time. I need to have someone who also knows what they're doing to help me out. I think I could confidently do a swap on my own with the correct tools within 2 days, but confidence is not enough. I know dang well that anything could go wrong with working on a car. I know that firsthand, so I'm fully expecting more than 2 days of time, and I want to be prepared because I definitely know something can go wrong. It's very easy. Anyways, I'm gonna let this drain out. With the drain bolt snugged up as much as I could via my hand, not my wrench, my hand. Just gonna take a shop towel and wipe this down a little bit and hopefully stop dripping the thing in oil. Let's move this out. Nice and slow, and I need to get the cap back on it here. Close that up. There was not a lot of oil in there. Oh, I do need to get the freaking filter next, but I just wanted to wipe this down, this area over here, just to clean it up. Good measure. Set this to tightening. Let's just give it a good, right there, that's all that's needed. So last time I did this, actually it's 2 to 3 last times I do this, I leave it hand snug with like my physical hand, but every single time I try to go at it again, it just, oh no, it's not way too tight at all. I could actually loosen it with my hand. Thank goodness for small favors. I should do it one more time. That's how it should always be. And then I know the oil is just going to come dripping out of this thing. Am I destined to get my hand dirty? I think I am. Let's just let all that oil drip first. Yeah. Guess I am kind of destined to get my hands dirty here, but whatever. I've done worse. I've built an engine, so this is nothing. No, it's just slippery, and I feel like I'm going to drop the filter. I would have used the OEM filter that I have for the 2ZZ, but I chose not to, because this is only a small temporary oil change, so I did not get an OEM filter. With our old oil and filter out of the way. Oh no, this was like slowly dripping onto the pavement. Oh well. I just wanted to wipe this surface real quick, because it wouldn't hurt, you know? Just, soak up some of this oil. There's already enough. This giant line right here, that's the Del Sol's power steering. It needs new tie rod boots. Brand new shiny frame filter. What'd you look at this thing? Feels like nothing, but it's the cheapest thing I was able to get. And not that I couldn't afford the different filter, it's just that I didn't want to get a different filter. This is the one I wanted to get. We open up our fresh engine oil here. And, oh, it's sealed, wow. Since when did they start sealing these things? Whatever. Just put a little, actually not that finger. Just because I got a cut on my finger, I'd rather not. Put a little bit on your finger there. Just lubricate the ring with the fresh engine oil. Last time I tried to pre-fill these filters, I kind of failed, so let's try again. That's kind of why I have the second jug of 5W30 here. This is actually the oil that I used to compression test the 2ZZ. And I'm going to use it for this, and also a 1ZZ oil change. Let's just try my best not to spill it here. There we go, perfect. Drink up. Perfect, right there. Sometimes I pre-fill the filters, sometimes I don't. It's alright. Right there should be more than enough. It goes down to like halfway again. Whatever, that's fine. And yes, there's no gasket right there. And yes, more oil did drip out of there. Ugh, whatever. Just screw this one on there. I cross-threaded it. That's crazy. How did I cross-thread the oil filter? That's why we reverse thread things first. To feel the freaking click. Come on. You there? Can I? No, you're still cross-threaded. What? How am I cross-threading the freaking oil filter? I'm confused. Never mind, I wasn't cross-threading it. It was just being difficult. It was fine. And then I'm literally just gonna make this. Ow! Frick! Just scratch my finger up against the oil pan. Ow! I'm just gonna make this hand snug right there with my hand. Not even a rubber glove. Right there is perfect, actually. And just clean up the area just in case I got any oil anywhere, which probably didn't. And now we're up here again, and the funny thing is that I forgot my funnel. My bad. Did I say I forgot the filter? I meant I just don't even have it. Can this thread into here? Oh my god, wait, this might be the same thread. Oh my goodness, this plastic water bottle that I just cut up kind of almost fits the oil drain. Almost. Just trying to that's probably the best I'll get, honestly. I'm gonna start off by adding the almost empty oil jug because I was just trying to use this one up. Let me not be in the way of the camera as well when I do this. Get a good shot at this. Good shot at what's about to be me spilling, hopefully not a lot of oil. Ah, stupid tripod. Work with me, not against me. Thank you. There we go. I got the Fram oil filter because I wanted to do the cheapest oil change I can since I don't know when I'm swapping the 2ZZ. And I got the regular motor oil this time instead of the Restore and Protect because it would have been cheaper to just use this oil instead of topping off the 25 bucks, I think, maybe closer to 30 for both the filter and the oil compared to 30 plus alone for the oil itself. So cheap oil change, let's get it. Let's hope I can get this. Dang it, I spilled a little bit. I'm actually going to pour most of this before checking the level. I'm actually going to stop right there, not to check the level, but to wipe off my spill. Because it's getting close there. I probably could have made the argument that I could have just put the rag there before I started pouring, which, if anything, I'll just leave the rag here. So that way, in case I spill again, I'll spill onto the rag. You know? That's probably a good countermeasure. I think these cars take like 4.4 quarts of oil, I forget. I'm gonna stop right there. Let's see how much we're at. There's no way we're 150% on the oil. I doubt that. I highly doubt that. If we are, then whatever, because I will run that. We are 150% on the oil. I'm running it. I ran that within the past 2 weeks on the old oil before I did that. Plus this thing will burn it anyways. And my third reason for doing that is because I forget which TSR Garage video, if it was even him that said it, but I heard that the dipstick got a design change for this car to make the level on the dipstick higher, because Toyota thought adding more oil would prevent it from burning, so they updated the dipstick. So I'm just going to leave it at the level it's at, because I know it'll be alright. And if it doesn't, I have a second motor, so I don't care. Well, I do care, because obviously I want to keep this car alive as long as I can, this engine too. But, like, you get my point. I'm going to be alright with 150% oil. Then we put this back on here. There we go. Let's start to lower the car. And here is how I'm gonna. Oh, whatever. I'm not having to speak. I'm just gonna do it. Yep. I love this thing. That was loud, but this is perfect for my car. Right. Just for my own personal measure, my own self-consciousness. I just really want to check the oil one more time. That's just on me, though. And could you blame me? It's my car. 150. 150 as in like 50% of like from the lower line to the lower dot to the top dot, that halfway point added onto the top dot is what I mean by 150%. There we go. Also, the misfires that you're hearing, my theory is the fuel pump, which I have the new fuel filter on, that I have to go pick up from the dealership. I have a pump that I ordered, an OEM one from Rock Auto, but that went from one side of the country to the other for some reason, so I'm still waiting on that. I got parts on the way. And now, obviously that's unclear, what I just did right there. Let me try to get at this again. And this is probably not going to be an accurate reading at all, but yeah, it's all over. It's scattered. So, I'm alright with that. That's how to change the oil, at least how I changed it.